Hello, Jenny Lynn here with Fusion Mineral Paint. Today we're going to show you how to create a beautiful lilac color. Now I just showed you in our last video how to create a beautiful custom pink that we've got right here, and that was done very simply by adding a little bit of the Fort York red to our color blocker, and our color blocker is a very light sort of gray tone color. Now, it's always a good idea to understand the color wheel, and this is very inexpensive. You can pick it up at your local Michael's or art store, and it really shows you when you start to add different colors to different colors how they blend together. So don't worry, if you're not an expert on color, you certainly don't need to be. Pick up one of these color wheels and it'll certainly help you. So I want to go for a lilac. What I'm going to do is mix in a little bit of blue with some red. If I follow my guide here, that shows me that I'll get a bit of a purple tone, but I want something lighter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and create my soft pink again. So what I did to create that was I used the color blocker. So I'm gonna start with that because it is the lightest color, and you always want to slowly add a little bit of pigment at a time because it can overpower your white. If you were to start with red and try and add the white to it, you would have to add a ton of white. I'm just going to use a little bit here. Use the top of our container here. I like to use everything, don't throw anything out. There we go, set that to the side. So we've got Fort York red here, and then our color blocker right here. Now I've got my brush. I'm just going to start blending a little bit of the red in. Let's get a nice soft pink. I want to add a little bit more. It's not quite intense enough for me. And you're really just doing this to kind of see the tone and what you can achieve with it. And you just experiment until you get it to a place by eye that you like it. Now, what if you're doing a large hutch and you need a lot more? I would recommend that you take an old yogurt container or something along those lines. Once again, start off with your light color and slowly, very slowly add a little bit of pigments at a time. So the pigment in this instance was the Fort York red. So there we go, we have a pretty decent blend here. I'm just doing this by eye just to kind of get an idea where I can go with the tone. So once again, this is a pink, very soft, subtle pink tone. But we're going for a lilac. So remember, we need to add some blue to it. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of a different angle here, and I'm going to use one of our vintage green blues. Why? Because I want to have a very multi-dimensional tone. This one is called Laurentian. It's going to sort of gray it out a little bit and give us that beautiful lilac. Just going to slowly mix in over here until we're happy with the tone. I'm going to start to see it going a little bit more gray. But I'm going to add a little more because it's not going enough for me yet. There we go. Now we're getting this beautiful soft lilac color. There we go. So it's really just that simple. Play with the different colors. So you can see here side by side we've got quite a more vibrant pink, and I made this by using the color blocker and the Fort York red together. And then I added, to create a lilac tone, I added just a little bit of this beautiful Laurentian blue. If you wanted to make your lilac darker, you could add, say, a champness or another slightly darker blue and you'd have a darker tone. See you next time.